if you're watching this video, you probably want to improve your skateboarding in some capacity, and that's great. But I just want to let you know, there's no quick hack, there's no easy way to get good at skateboarding. You have to put in the time on your board every day, going out to learn new tricks and do new things. But there are a few tips that I want to talk about today that could help you improve your skateboarding without actually skateboarding. Now, the first tip that's going to help you improve your skateboarding without actually skateboarding is to just have the proper equipment. I see so many young skaters with really crappy boards or just really bad shoes, grip tape, bearings, whatever it may be. Just having quality materials and having the proper tools to get the job done is going to make you a better skateboarder. And now I understand not everyone can go out and afford some of the best pro boards and the nice trucks and wheels and bearings and all that. There are still ways to make sure everything works for you. One of the most important is to have the proper board size. For me, I currently ride an 825, but it took me several years to kind of figure out which board size was right for me. I started at a 775 when I was a little smaller, and then I slowly worked my way up, and so right now 825 is doing it for me. I love the way that board feels under my feet. It's not too big, not too small. Another important component to having the proper gear is just having the proper shoes. And now again, I do understand not everyone can go out and buy skate shoes regularly and consistently over and over again, but at least having a pair of shoes that isn't like boots, something that's like super big and thick and like just kind of chunky. If all you have are some athletic tennis shoes, that will work and that can get you started, but just make sure they're not taking up too much space on the board. And one final component of having the proper equipment is to really think about changing your board as much as possible. Pro skateboarders are probably changing their board every 2 to 3 days because they like how it feels, and after a while your board starts to lose its pop and it starts to feel different and it starts changing because the board is just a piece of wood at the end of the day, and it does eventually start to lose its pop. For me, I try to buy a board once a month. I kind of put it in my budget to where every month I can buy at least one board and be set. So typically I try to skate a board for 3 to 4 weeks. And now I understand again that this isn't something everyone can do. When I was in high school, I would skate my boards for 6 months to a year, and I was only able to get boards for like my birthday or Christmas or any kind of special occasion. So I understand this is not something everyone can do, but if you are able to buy a board more consistently, it's gonna really help you improve your skateboarding, because if you have a board that feels consistent all the time, it's gonna make you a more consistent skater in the long run. So again, tip number 1 is to make sure you have the proper equipment with high quality materials. Oh man. Tip number 2 to improve your skateboarding without actually skateboarding is to consume skateboarding content. One of the easiest and best ways to do that is just to watch skateboard video parts. Most skate parts these days all get posted to YouTube. You don't have to worry about going out and buying DVDs and things like that. It is the easiest it's ever been to watch skateboard video parts. All the top video parts get posted to Thrasher or that brand's personal YouTube channel, and they're all free because YouTube is free. All you gotta do is log on to YouTube and watch them. A lot of times I use this as just inspiration before I go out and skate. When I wake up in the morning, as I'm getting dressed, I'll turn on one of my favorite video parts, even though I've seen it a million times. It just gets me hyped to go out and skate. Video parts are just a great way to get some inspiration, whether that's seeing something you've never seen before, or maybe a trick that you see that you could possibly do in the future. The second and probably the more fun way to consume skateboarding content is through video games. Right now, one of my favorite video games to play when I just want to pass the time is Skater XL. For beginners, one of the best things about skateboard video games is that somewhere in the corner of that video game, it usually lists the tricks for you. So if you're a beginner and you don't know trick names and things like that, video games is actually a really great way to learn more about skateboarding language and lingo and just all the different trick names. For me personally, my very first skateboard video game back in the day was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, and I know half the tricks I know today because in that game it lists the tricks that you do on the screen, and I slowly started to learn what each trick was. And while playing video games doesn't actually improve your physical ability to skateboard, it does improve your skateboard knowledge, which then will go into improving your actual performance on your board. And the third and final tip is what I like to call dress well, test well. If you've never heard this before, it's this mental idea that if you dress nice in a way that makes you feel confident, your performance is improved at whatever task you're doing. I first heard this when I was in school, like on test days. Wear something nice or wear something, like I said, that you feel more confident in, and typically you're gonna perform better on that test. Now when we apply that over to skateboarding, wear an outfit that you feel comfortable and that you think you look good in, that makes you feel confident. Whether that's wearing your favorite underwear, socks, shirt, whether wearing a helmet makes you feel better or wearing pads, whatever makes you feel comfortable, but at the same time more confident, it's gonna help you improve your skateboarding. For me personally, this is like a newer shirt. I love this shirt. I love the way I look in this shirt. So when I'm wearing it, I typically feel more confident and I feel like I'm having a better skate session. At the beginning of this clip, you saw some street skating. That's also a brand new shirt. I knew I was going street skating. Street skating kind of scares me. So I wore a shirt that made me feel more confident and I was actually able to get some clips while I was out there. In my opinion, tip number 3 is the easiest and probably the most important that you can do on a regular basis. Again, just find your favorite clothes or anything that makes you feel comfortable, and I almost guarantee that you're gonna perform better on your skateboard just because of the fact that you feel more confident. So with these 3 tips in mind, which I think I've done them all today. Number 1, I've got a fresh new pair of shoes. It's because my last shoes just blew out, so I needed to upgrade my shoes, so now I have the proper equipment. Number 2, before I left the house this morning, as I was getting dressed, I watched a skate park just to get me motivated to go out and skate. And number 3, I'm wearing an outfit that makes me feel really good, makes me feel really confident. Like I said before, I really enjoy this shirt. I think I look good in it. We're gonna head to the park and I've got 4 tricks in mind for today. I wanna get 4 different types of big spins on the hip. But right now, let's go warm up and then we'll move on over to the big spins. I'm not sure how long these big spins are gonna take me, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to the big spins. So first, we're gonna get a regular big spin and a front side big spin. And then we're gonna get fakie big spin and then fakie front side big spin. So here we go. Okay, so I suck at big spins, so I'm gonna take that one. We're gonna move on. If I land the other 3 quickly, I'll come back to that one. But for now, I'm taking that super sketchy backside big spin. All right, I've landed both regular big spins onto the fakie big spins, which I think should be easier. So let's go. Well, I just landed the fakie big spin, first try, so pretty hype. Moving on to the fakie front side big spin. So these have been my 3 tips on how to improve your skateboarding without actually skateboarding. Again, my favorite of the 3 is the dress well, test well. I feel like I'm always trying to pick outfits that I look good in, that I feel confident in. If you got something from this video, please hit the like button because it helps my channel out a ton. It helps other people see my videos. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button on your way out, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.